Hello guys and girls, and welcome to a new episode for me, TgEmma. This is Football Manager 2017, The Journey Woman. In other words, it's basically just a journeyman sort of aspect, but naturally being transgender and MTF, male to female, I'm taking the female role. So this is my basic layout. Where's my map of Europe gone? Actually, that's better than the one I was originally going for. So, as I do move out of Europe, UK, if and when I do, we will then focus on whichever part I do go to. If, of course, I do go to America, I might then have, obviously, the world map and a map of whichever American state, but we are going to start off in Europe. So, just to show you, I do have I have gone past this bit just to save a bit of time. I have every single country available to the lowest level available in the default latest database. So now I'm just going to set up. So obviously we're going to start off right at the bottom. So no coaching badge and the lowest possible past experience, which would be Sunday League footballer, which I actually do have some experience as. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do here. So there's the default focus. Should we go with let's try it on youth development. Now we are going to knock down level of discipline just to add one more to adaptability, because it affects the chances of a manager finding employment in a foreign league. I am going to leave youngster knowledge at 2 and possibly man management at 2. In terms of coaching attributes, we might knock technical down to 2 and up working with youngsters to 3. No, actually, I don't know. I might just spin it a little bit more that way. Do that and that. Right, so if we do that, we're going to send it fully to a tactical manager, and that means we have 1 point available over here, which we are going to add with working with youngsters. Now I'm going to start determination off. Ooh. No, you know what? We're going to start off with that. I think that is going to be our best option. So I'm just going to confirm that. And then if it takes ages, I will. Oh, we need to save. So right, this could take a while, so I will probably end up editing this out. In fact, I will. Oh, I've got something in the way of the screen that I need to see. I will pause the stream and bring it back once it is saved. Okay, so we are back, and let's take just go into there. And let's take a look at the available jobs. Of course, though it would be good to start as a coach or a youth development or assistant manager or something just to help build up ratings. Sadly, on this you cannot. and we do want to start within Europe. So what I might do is just take off Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Chile, China, Colombia, Croatia, just check, England, France, Germany, Gibraltar, Greece. Greece is in England, Europe, isn't it? No, actually, we want to start within UK, so Jesus. This is really limiting the amount of jobs that are available. So here we go. We have obviously jobs such as Leicester City, Port Vale is not going to be an option. Rangers, Kilmarnock, Motherwell are not going to be options. So let's just go ahead and I'm going to apply to Eastleigh, Worcester, Loughgall, Dundela and Newry City AFC. So there's that, and I will bring you back as and when a job application is accepted. Now I know some people do go ahead and just do this basic thing, show the jobs available and let other people say where to go, but with me wanting to stick to within UK, I'm just going to apply for jobs available within UK for this first episode, and then we will hopefully we will get a job within this first, well, we will get a job within this first episode, and then the second episode will be basically leading up to, well, will be the first game, and it will show you what I've done, if I've done anything since joining the game. So I will see you back when either these job applications come back or if any more jobs become available. So see you in a second. Hello and welcome back. So 10 hours and 55 minutes later, and the first club to offer us an interview is Eastleigh Football Club. So let's just take a look at them and see where they are. So obviously they've been up on the rise from out of the Southern League First Division slowly, well, since 03-04 they've pushed right up, and then they took a long while in the English North League South, English National League South, and then finally they've got pushed into the English National League. So not a bad place to start, with clubs of the likes of Aldershot, Barrow, York City come down from League 2, Wrexham, Woking, Tranmere Rovers. Yeah, not a bad place to start actually. It's higher than I would have expected. So let's just have a look at their club, see what they do have. So they do have a complete squad, though it is mostly older players. A fair youth development too, and of course the under 18s, which is not quite complete, but we are going to get helped by the use of the CA and PA available through the in-game editor, which I'm not going to use. I'm just using it for the CA and PA. So let's just take a basic look at them. So they are of course English, UK and Ireland, 1.5 star, nicknamed the Spitfires, founded in 1946. They are professional status, so we would be able to offer full-time contracts. Captain Sam Tugwell, Vice Captain Ryan Creswell, ex-Blade. The squad personality is loyous, no fierce rivals, but other rivals of Havant and Waterlooville, Dorchester and Woking through local. They have okay finances. The owner loves the club. They're estimated to be valued at 800k. They have an average ticket price of 15, average season ticket price of 220, and they have 1,300 season ticket holders. And they have 2 icons, Paul Doswell and David Hughes. Paul Oswell, now the manager of Sutton United, and a legend of Derek Brooks, and a favoured personnel of Stuart Donald, the chairman. So let's just go back into that thing and see where they've finished. So 4th and 7th, so probably a push for the top half of the table. We'll have to wait and see. Right, so let's go and attend this interview. So, welcome, Emma. We're glad you've come along to discuss our plans for the club's visions should we decide to hire you. Okay, I'm glad you've given me the chance to talk to the club. Let's get down to business. Can you explain why you appear to be in the running for a few jobs right now? So, I'm going to go with I'm merely considering my options. So on what scale would you be looking to make changes to our existing backroom staff? At this point I'm going to say I'd rather not say either way at this stage. How would you feel about working with a director of football? Again, I'm going to go with I don't want to commit to working with him. We understand the importance of having the right backroom team in place when a manager moves to a new club, so we are willing to allow you to request any changes you would like to make to our current backroom team. What sort of budget would you be looking for? I'm going to go with I don't wish to propose any changes in advance of taking the role, so no budget will be required. Would you be willing to play a possession-based brand of football if we were to give you the job? They don't seem to like developing players using the club's youth system. They don't like defensive football, and they don't like direct football. Yeah, I'd be willing to play a passing style. If hired, we would expect you to play attacking football. Sure. I'm going to go with that. I don't feel I'd be able to get the most out of the transfer market if a large amount of signings have to be high profile, so I can't promise anything. Are there any job aspects which you would like us to judge you on if you're appointed as manager? I would like to be able to develop younger players. But I have no further philosophy. If hired, we would expect you to challenge for the playoffs. Do you think you could do better than that? I'm going to go with, if given the job, I think that challenging for a playoff spot is suitable. As if I go ahead and say and gain promotion by winning the league title, that's a bit high for our first job. We don't really know how well they compare to the rest of the league yet. A wage budget of 35k is on offer. They're currently on 28.671k, so I'm going to go with I'd be happy to work with that. Do you have anything for us to consider should we decide to hire you? I am going to ask for, sometimes it's not always good, but I am going to ask for them to set up a link with a parent club. A parent club is not required at this time, and therefore, okay, I accept. And that is all I'm going to request for now. So I will see you back either if these come back with an offer or if anyone else comes with an interview. See you hopefully soon. Hello and welcome back. So 1 week later, and the Eastleigh job has been unsuccessful. The board were unwilling to accept the following areas: sign high profile players and develop players using the youth system. So unfortunately, our 400-mile round trip has not been very successful, and we are already on a negative balance. So we have applied for one more job in, where's it gone? Accrington Stanley. I very much doubt we are going to get it, and we are actually not even a leading candidate for any of the other clubs. So I guess we'll just be sitting around and hoping more jobs become available. So I'll bring you back as more jobs become available, or if any offers come in. Hopefully I will be seeing you soon. If not, this episode could take a very long time to record. See you soon. Hello and welcome back. So we have had 2 more interviews. So we have obviously the closest available of Worcester City, once again in the English National League, but this time in the English National League North. So I could come up against, if I get the job, I could come up against one of the teams I support, FC United. And we have also had a job offer from Loughborough in the NIFL Championship. So who is there? The Northern Irish Football League Championship. Clubs with the likes of Anna United, Armour, H&W Welders. I don't even know any of these clubs. But I do know Worcester. I have actually been to see games for them before. So we're going to go and attend the interview with Worcester first. So once again, the board are pleased that you've taken the time to attend today. There are a few questions we would like to ask to see if you are the manager we want to take the club forwards. Okay, I'm glad you've given me the chance to talk to the club. Let's get down to business. Can you explain why you appear to be in the running for a few jobs? Again, I'm going to say the same. I'm merely considering my options. The club is looking to hire a manager confident working with limited resources. Are you that manager? How limited? I guess I'm in for the challenge then. I look forward to it. As part of the recruitment process, we are willing to allow you to request changes to our current backroom staff. You know what I'm going to say? I don't wish to propose any changes in advance once again. Right, they're not in they're in favour of nothing, but they are opposed to signing young players for the first team and developing players with the club's youth system. Oh God. But they're not massively opposed to it, but they only slightly agree. So, you know what? No, I'm going to go with I have no philosophies. Should you be hired, the expectations is for the club to avoid relegation. So, a relegation battle, yeah, you know what? I'll accept that. a wage budget of 4.5k is on offer, and that means we have nothing available. Well, pretty much nothing. I'm going to ask for a slightly larger wage budget. Do you have anything else to consider? I'm going to say no. And then we're going to travel over to Northern Ireland and attend a job with Luffle. So welcome, Emma. We're glad you've come along to discuss our plans for the club's vision should we decide to hire you. Once again, the only option. I'm glad you've given me the chance to talk to the club. Let's get down to business. Can you expect... Yeah, I'm merely considering my options. The club is looking to hire a manager comfortable with working. Are you that manager? I guess I'm in for a challenge. So they like to sign young players for the first team, but they are opposed to develop players. I guess I'll go with the one they're in favour of, and just leave it at that. If hired, we would expect you to challenge for the playoffs. Do you think you could do better than that? So let's go over and have a look at the Northern Irish Football Club, Northern Irish Football League Championship. Wait, who was this again? This was Luffle, wasn't it? So let's just have a look at this and see where they have been of recent. So 10th, 7th, 11th, 8th, 11th and 9th. Jesus, that could be a push. Right, let's have a look at the season's preview. But they are there 7-1 to finish 4th. So yeah, that's acceptable. Would a proposed budget of 1k be sufficient should you get the job? A wage bill currently of 693. We didn't look. They're semi-professional, so that means we could offer some contracts, but it would mostly be no contracts. So with 300k in the budget, holy shit. Wait, what are they currently on? 50k, £50 and £50. Sure, I'd be happy to work with that. Do you have anything for us to consider? No. Okay, so once again, I will see you either if any more job interviews come in, or if one of these clubs approach me. And I will, of course, keep looking in the job centre and see if any more British jobs become available. More jobs have become available throughout the world, but of course, to start off with, financially, we can't afford to travel out of Britain yet. So, see you soon. So, quickly, I forgot to mention, so we have now gone quite mad with our travels, and we are already on 1,240 miles with all-round trips. We could have gone that way, or sort of that way, but we decided to go through the Republic of Ireland and then into Northern Ireland. No idea why, when it would have been easier to go through, well, directly into Northern Ireland. But yeah, that's not quite the exact route we take. That would have been more like that, and that would have been more like that. But yeah, that one is pretty much bang on. Yeah, so that's that. So yeah, 1,240 miles already. Wow. Yeah, see you soon. Hello and welcome back. So, just a day later, and we should have stayed in Northern Ireland because now we have had interviews for Dundela and Newry. So, let's hop on back over to Northern Ireland, and this time we'll just travel from one club to the other, and then we'll probably set up in a hotel somewhere in Northern Ireland. Because honestly, one of the jobs over there is probably more likely than Worcester. So, hello Emma, we've invited you along today so we can put forward our vision for the club and allow you to suggest any alterations for us to consider should we decide to hire you. I'm glad you've given me, I'm merely considering my options. The club is looking to hire a manager comfortable, working with limited resources. Right, cool. Are there any job aspects? Once again, they don't want to develop players units in the clubs, but they are against signing high-profile players. Right, I have no philosophies. If hired, we would expect you to guide the team to gain promotion by winning the league title. Oh God. Right, let's go over to this and season preview. Right, Dundela 4-1 to win the league. Okay, so I guess I'll have to accept that. Right, they have a wage bill currently of 552k, maximum wage allowed of 160, and a wage budget of 500k on offer. I would need a slightly larger, otherwise we would have to get rid of someone. I have no requests. Okay, thank you. So now over to Newry, and let's attend. Hello Emma, we invited you along, so they're saying exactly the same. So I'm merely considering my options. Yep, cool. So they don't like signing young players for the team, but they don't really have anything else. I'm just going to say no philosophies. If hired, we would expect you to guide the team into a top half finish. So Newry, we should have looked at this at the same time. Newry 6-1 to finish 4th. So a top half finish. You know what? I'll accept that. Do you have anything for us to consider? No. Okay. So, right, Carroll's set to take over at Dundela following interview. 26-year-old English Emma Carroll is believed to have attended an interview for the vacant Dundela job. Few bookmakers considered Carroll as anything other than an outsider for the Dundela job. Before news of her interview broke, Carroll's opportunity to speak to Dundela face-to-face has, however, not seen her odds of getting the job change whatsoever. A spokesman for Dundela would not be drawn into comment on the matter, indicating that their search was ongoing and that there would be further announcements in due course. Carroll is currently unemployed. So we're speaking to Janice Peknik of Eurosport. Do you have anything to say in public about your recent interview opportunities? So our options are: I'm ready to take the next step in my career and have been acting accordingly. I'm after a fresh start and I feel I need something new to sink my teeth into. I'm not prepared to discuss my reasoning in public. I'm merely weighing up my options in order to be in the best possible position if and when opportunities are presented to me, or it's nothing more than testing the water with my future in mind. Nothing formal has been discussed with anybody. Yeah, true, nothing formal has been discussed, but I'm gonna assertively say I'm merely weighing up my options, and I guess we'll bring you back if anything else happens. Let's just check the job centre, and nothing new yet, so see you soon. Hello and welcome back. So we are, luckily, our little stay in Northern Ireland has kind of paid off, as 2 clubs have approached us, and we're now on roughly 1,608 miles travelled so far, And yeah, 2 clubs have approached us. Loughborough with a £170 contract, £950 if we win the Mid-Ulster Cup, and a 70% percentage of club compensation required for manager role. So a clause which reduces the amount of compensation the club is entitled to should the manager be offered a managerial role elsewhere. So that doesn't really affect me, but right. So if we take the job at Loughborough, we have to reach the playoffs, and if we take the job at Dundela, it is promotion by winning the league. So let's just take another look at where they are. So Loughborough in the NIFL Championship. Let's just have a look at the rules. So the bottom team is relegated to the NIFL Premier. So Loughborough are predicted to finish around 4th. Or do I go with Dundela in the NIFL Premier Intermediate League? Let's have a look at the rules there. Top team wins promotion to NIFL Championship. Team in 2nd position qualifies for promotion playoff. Bottom team is relegated. And they expect them to finish 1st. So, this is a big question. Which one do I go with? Shall we try pushing that up to 170? They'll take that. Can we try pushing that up to 200? Okay, do we take the job at Loughborough now with 200? Let's see if Dundela will give us 200. 170. Let's try 180. Okay, so we've lost the chance of playing for Dundela. So I don't want to send it. So NIFL Championship. Season preview to finish 4th. Oh wait, NIFL Championship promotion. Top teams wins promotion to Danks Bank Premier. Promotion, qualification, top 6 teams qualify for championship group, bottom 6 teams qualify for relegation group. Top team wins promotion to Danks Bank Premier. Teams placed 2nd to 3rd qualify for playoff. Team in 11th place. So we are 13 to 2. If we do take them, we are 13 to 2 to finish 4th. But if we can get 3rd, that's a playoff position. Alright, let's if we win the Mid-Ulster Cup, a bonus. Right, let's see if we can push that up to 1k, and they're willing to accept that. So you know what? It's just a hand-biting thing. Do I accept this? A 12-month contract. Right, Loughborough. Right, no. Right, let's look at it. Right, so it hasn't kicked off yet. When does it kick off? Right, let's go and look at their schedule. Oh, so not long. Yeah, let's take that job. Cool. So let's advance, and we're gonna say that they're putting us up. Putting us up. No, wait, 170. Yeah, we're gonna use some of that money to rent a flat or something. And I don't know. So let's go through this. Right, so Carol takes Luffle hot seat. Luffle have unveiled Emma Carroll, I can't even pronounce my own name, as their new manager. Carol is said to be delighted at the chance to manage at Lakeview Park, and the villagers' supporters will no doubt be hoping their new manager has what it takes. With it being her first job in management, all eyes will be on Carol as she attempts to make her mark not only on the club but on the game in general. And considering this, they look delighted. If that's my delighted face, considering that is based on my actual face, no, my delighted face would be. But no, we're happy. We've got a job. So yeah, let's just look at these. Right, okay, so I would like to formally welcome you to Luffle. The board would like to assure you that you can rely on their full backing and that they are looking forward to working with you. In terms of your contract with the club, you have been given a deal until June 2017 worth £200 per week. Staff members from the previous regime have been retained, but they will accept the mutual termination of their contracts should you wish to bring in your own backroom team. Right, so we are allowed to develop players using the club's youth system. In order to aid with the transition, John McCann, the club's chairman, and your assistant manager, Stephen Upprichard, would like to hold a meeting with you regarding the club, its history, and the delegation of staff responsibilities, which I already do have set. But, right then, so this would be the chairman, John McCann. Hi Emma, welcome to the Villagers. I'd like to take a few minutes of your time to welcome you to the club before handing over to your assistant manager, who is going to discuss staff responsibilities with you. I also would want to assure you that you have the full backing of the board, and we wouldn't have hired you if we didn't feel that you were the right person to propel the club forwards. Thank you. Great, let's get this meeting started. I'm really looking forward to working with the club and achieving big things. I also appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to welcome me in person. Luffle have been around a while, and I think it would be good for you to familiarise yourself with the history of the club. I can send an overview of the club's history to your inbox if you'd like. Sure, that sounds like a great idea. I'd love to learn more about them. It's traditional to hold a press conference when signing a new manager. Yeah, of course. It's tradition. Thanks for answering my question. I'm now going to hand over the meeting to the assistant manager, who's got a few things to talk to you about. On a final note, the club has many responsibilities which can either be handled by yourself or other members of the staff. Feel free to adjust the staff responsibilities within the club as you see fit. Okay, thanks again for the introduction. I have to blah blah blah. Hi Emma, I'm Stephen Upchurch, your assistant manager. I've got some questions to ask you regarding the day-to-day running of the team. Firstly, before we talk about the team, do you want to arrange an inter-squad friendly for tomorrow to allow you to assist the players in both squads? Let's just have a look. Right, squad, B team, squad, B team, and under 18s. Wait, we have B team? I guess that's the reserve, so to say. 40, 43, 40, 44, 42, 44, 42, 42. Wait, is this the B team? Yeah. So there's a few players in the B team that could potentially move up into the first team. We have one player in on loan from Ards, Danksbank Premier. And of course, most of the whole things are contract issues. Players are out of contract. What was the so we have a wage budget of 776. Club is currently spending 693. Okay, let's. Oh crap. Yeah, sure, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, I've set up the inter-squad friendly as you asked. It's being scheduled for tomorrow. I've also written a report for you regarding the team. Would you like me to send it to you? Yeah, sure. Would you like me to arrange a meeting with the rest of your staff? Yes. Right, you can take control of the opposition, and opposition, whatever. Right, let's just go through each of these. But you can assist with no, you know what, I'm going to take full charge. Oh crap, yeah, actually I prefer if you left it to me. So there we go. So let's have a look at Loughborough, a background. So founded in 1967, Loughborough are a semi-professional Northern Irish club currently playing in the NIFL Championship. Loughborough narrowly avoided relegation from the NIFL Championship last season. The club play their home games at Lakeview Park and possess fairly basic training facilities and basic youth facilities. The club also has a fairly basic junior coaching and a fairly basic youth recruitment network. The club is affectionately known as the Pillagers and retains a fierce rival with Armagh City, Glenavon and Portadown. The Villagers have a history they can be proud of, having won 22 competitions. Nice. Boasting a total of 22 competition wins. Here are just some of the highlights. Loughborough won the Mid-Ulster Cup in 2004 and 2008 and finished runners-up on 4 occasions. Won the Northern Irish second tier in 2004, 2008 and 2010. Won the Intermediate Cup in 98 and 2008, so a 10-year gap there. Maybe we can make it another 10-year gap. No, hopefully we can do it before then. And finished runners-up once and won the Northern Irish third tier in 95, 96, 97 and 98 and finished runners-up 2 times. Wait, so they won the third tier 2, 3, 4 times in a row but didn't get promoted. I don't know, I guess it was different back then. So they have 2 Northern Irish Mid-Ulster Cups, 10 Northern Irish Bob Radcliffe Cups, 2 Northern Irish Intermediate Cups, 1 Northern Irish Intermediate League Cup, 4 Northern NIFL Premier Intermediate Leagues, and 3 NIFL Championships. So fierce rivals we've already discussed, Armagh, Glenavon and Portadown. So the youth facilities are pretty poor and the training facilities are basic junior coaching, fairly basic youth recruitment. Let's go into the club overview, which we've already seen. Yeah, that's that. So right, let's go through the rest. So Uprichard, whatever, presents Loughborough report. So the squad is full of leaders and strong characters. That's always good. Create an average of 3 or more chances than their opponents per 90 minutes played whilst using 5-3-2. So it looks like 5-3-2 is the formation to be going with. So right, let's set 5-3-2 wing back as first. We have 3-5-2 as second. And let's continue reading through that. Having pressed going forwards against 4-3-3 narrow. With the likes of Ryan Moffat among 5 players capable of playing as a left back, there's impressive depth. There is impressive depth outside the first team. Youth prospects, there are a number of talented youth prospects, including Anto Burns, Stephen McMaster and Ronnie Edgar. There is plenty of room in the wage budget with an additional £300 per week available to be spent. Tudor Murphy is one of 3 players who can feature as goalkeeper, showcasing good depth. Defence, as an excellent player in his position, Brian Moffat stands out as a strong option as left back. An excellent player in his position, Neil Allardyce stands out as a strong option as a central defender. As an impressive player in his position, Matthew McMahon stands out as a strong option as a central midfielder. Defence depth could do with more than just Mark Stewart able to play as right back. Could do with more than just Mark Wesley Boyle able to play as an attacking midfielder. Squad lacks decision making. There aren't enough players who have first touch of sufficient quality right now. Room for improvement on the coaching team and room for improvement on the scouting team. It's probably too early to request improvements, but let's ask. You haven't thought so. Fine, we'll go with that. Suitable penalty takers, fine. Suitable free kick takers. That isn't exactly the best. Right, let's just go attacking free kick. Wait. Right, let's send it by free kicks. Let's have a look at this Ross Black because he's got 28 years old. So Ross Black is definitely our best and he's fairly loyal. He's not wanted. No, I'm going to wait until I've looked at bringing anyone in or out, depending on what happens. Right, he does seem to have potential to become good, but he is wanted, and technically the best goalkeeper. We should no, we'll leave it like that for now. But we do want to be looking for players with a CA of at least 50. Let's go and see what some of our rivals are for the higher positions. So I don't even know who the best team is really. Like Warren Point have been relegated. So let's have a look at theirs. 70, 40, 50, 60, close to 60. Institute, let's have a look at their senior squad. Again, high 50s and 60s. So we really need to be increasing the quality if we want to. So I think that is definitely something we're gonna take a look at. We've definitely got space in the team for some roles. Obviously, we're not going to be able to make changes to the coaching staff because they advise 1. We've got 4. Yeah, so I guess we'll see you back. Actually, no. Let's look at the schedule and see if we can arrange anything in between. Alright, so they only seem to play on Saturdays. But I'm going to try and wait, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No, let's get them playing here. Alright. Ooh, Sheffield United. Fee 22k, income 22k. Okay, we're going to get absolutely smashed if they accept that. But you know what? Let's get our name out there a little bit. Coventry City, sure, let's play them. And then that is pretty much where the thing goes. So what we might do is set one there on the Friday. We could play. Can we travel out? The board will not sanction. Okay, so let's oh crap. Oh, screw it. Right, we're going to get money from that anyway, so cool. That's that. That's some fixtures set up for the senior team. Right, let's try and get a few. Do these actually play any league games? No, so let's tally up some friendly games for them. Right, Cliftonville, so let's get them playing Cockhill. Crusaders reserves. We of course we want them playing like the largest opposition we can get them playing against. So it'll be a nice real test to see if any of them are, you know, worth really pushing up into the squad. Right, and so it seems we're not going to be able to play matches on the same, have them playing matches on the same day as the league matches will be. So, right, who was the last one's going? Torren. Seconds, right, Livermaddy. A week after that, you can play Linfield Swifts. A week after that, you can play Newry City. The team I ended up losing out of. Honestly, I probably would have preferred the job there. You know, the challenge of winning promotion into this league. Right, so that'll do for them, for the B fixtures for now. Let's have a look now at the under 18s, see what we can get them doing. Okay, so Wednesday we can get them playing. Is there any foreign teams we can get coming over? Right, Middlesbrough. Blackpool. And Tuesdays, what about the Wednesday? Cool, Preston North End under 18s. Then it's obviously the Saturday. Get them playing Shamrock Rovers under 19s. Right, maybe Sligo Rovers under 19s. So I'm guessing that's Sligo, aren't they? Republic of Ireland. Right. Portadown, and then one more match before their actual thing, and we'll get them playing very large reputation team. Let's get them playing this Hollywood. So that's our fixtures nicely done. Yeah, and I guess I'll see you next in episode 2, where I will actually skip through all of the. It won't be until the first league game, so we'll have a few friendlies to discuss. Hopefully, the Sheffield United one there. If not, we'll try and book something else. If any of these get rejected, we'll try and book something else. But hopefully, you know, because that could potentially bring some money in, and yeah. So I'll see you back in what, roughly a month's time, just under a month. So see you soon.